It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Coming out of the end zone, here's Dontrell Hilliard. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Henry. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
The Titans at 6-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action with Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Titans. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in his career. Extra point and good by Bullock. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 78 yards. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hilliard now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Back deep, Trent Taylor. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready?
Back to Mixon on second down.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
For these two teams, the Bengals and Titans, you might remember they met in the divisional round of the playoffs last year, and that was a shocker. Titans seeded number 1 at home, coming off the bye. They were upset by the upstart Bengals, 19-16 on a 35-degree January day in Nashville. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, he can certainly be a big asset in this passing game. He proves it right there. He makes the catch out of the backfield, and then off he goes.
It's Mixon on the counter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now?
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Let's go now.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Henry running right. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's a Titans touchdown. Austin Hooper, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level.
At home, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Taylor now from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They find some open field here. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Willis with another keeper.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McPherson now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score. Bengals 28, Titans 13.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hilliard now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Forced out to his left. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second.
Here we go.
So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Burrow on play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 empty, 11 empty.
They'll look to throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
Here we go, here we go. 11 empty, 11 empty. Whoa. 11.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Ready? Check, Bobcat. Go.
On 1st down, Willis.
And finding the tight end Hooper.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
It's the gain of 5. Brings us
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Ready.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, check that.
To throw, here's Willis.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Willis.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
The Bengals drive about to get going. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
Here we go.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line. And they go play action now. Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Bengals.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. 11 MT, tight. 11 MT. 11. Stop.
Now it's Mixon running right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
128 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Here we go.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be here.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hilliard now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Option play, Willis looking to run.
Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans.
Malik Willis
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Willis will try and throw for this.
And that's caught at the 2. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Taylor now from the end zone.
Frank Taylor on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
11 MT, tight. 11 MT, tight.
They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. Tough running there before being wrangled down shy of the 15. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Willis's throw is on target to Burks. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Meanwhile, Willis's throw pulled in by Woods. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Malik Willis.
An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. From up here in the booth, looked like he started to make his cut into the middle of the field right as that ball was being released. That's how you draw it up.
Exactly how you draw it up, but you don't often get that result because that means absolute confidence from both the receivers.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hilliard now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
A big connection on that one. 51 yards. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
My Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody with, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni again it hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
trust. Me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the